Standing leader like Dr. Keith Manville. Talk about grace under pressure. Talk about perseverance. Talk about intestinal fortitude. Talk about guts. Keith Manville is the man. And I'd like to call him up to the table here. We have a little gift for him from the Saugus School Committee.
Boy, you need to go to school. He said, but I don't want to. They aren't nice to me there, and I never have time to do what I want to do.
So did he get up?
He had to. He was the superintendent!
Hey, Charlie, did you hear about the guy who had to run his school with about $1 million less than he thought he was going to get?
Hear about it? We lived it.
Not now, Glenn. Why are we in this boat?
I know, it's because Doc always kept us afloat.
Nope.
Because Doc was in the Navy?
Nope.
Because we're in it together.
Now, Glenn.
All right. Ready? Now, the boat has to move like this.
I didn't practice with him.
Friendship, friendship, and now it ends ship. While other friendships may be forgot, ours will simply not. Budgets, budgets, smaller budgets. When others thought we'd stop and fold, you said we'll survive on hold. Stories, stories, stories. While others swimmers are drib and drab, ours has been together.
Wonderful experience, although some of the issues we've discussed haven't been so wonderful, but it's always important when you're working with someone and you have the same goals in mind, which is to further public education. It's always important to work with someone who, although he may not see eye to eye with you, you may disagree about things, you may be compelled to take different positions, is someone of intelligence, integrity, always thoughtful, always well-spoken, and when you know you're looking for the same result, although you may have different ways to achieve it, that's half the battle in my opinion. So I've enjoyed working with Dr. Manville, even in difficult times.
Today we have with us the head of the ship of the Saugus Public Schools. And we're here to honor him today because he has dedicated the end of his remarkable career to be the captain of the schools here in Saugus. And I've had the chance to work with him for, I want to say, about 8 years. About 8 years. It was really good to work with you over the years. And I wish you all success, to you and your family, in the coming years. And this says, from Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the House of Representatives, be it hereby known to all, the Massachusetts House of Representatives offers its sincerest congratulations to Keith Manville in recognition of your years of commitment and dedicated service as school superintendent of Saugus Public Schools. The entire membership extends its very best wishes.
Morning sun, all my working days, they're all done. I'm finally my own man, and the only thing I'll work is my tan. Oh, I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. I left my desk in Saugus and headed for a brand new life. Maybe I'll get me a Harley, go and hit the road with my wife. Oh, I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away.
A little on the serious side, a little something we came up with. This is a collaboration from the fine arts people. I'd just like to say we'd really appreciate the fact that Doc supported the fine arts over his tenure in Saugus. And I suppose when someone retires, everybody gets up and says something nice. But the fact of the matter is, it took a lot of courage politically to stay with the fine arts after politics and education clashed with standardized testing. and in the post-era, it really took a lot of courage to stay with the arts. It would have been very easy to turn your back on the arts like they have in other towns, and Doc didn't do that, and we really appreciate that. So, Doc, would you come up here, please?
I have to tell one quick story about Dr. Manville. We've had many over the 5 years I've been here in Saugus, but this one here has stood out very vividly in my mind. As you know, for those of you who don't know me, I don't get in trouble much, but Dr. Manville's always my lifesaver whenever parents complain. So this year we had a parent that was complaining, surprise, and was complaining about an attendance policy. And Dr. Manville had this gentleman in his office and was saying, well, you know, we go through this policy, and if you don't like the attendance policy, you can come to the school board and they can discuss it. So Dr. Manville said, come, and I think it was around in March, come to the school board. The gentleman said, sorry, I can't come. I'm having hip replacement surgery. So, like, how does this play into this? So the gentleman says, you know, I'm going to have hip replacement surgery, and I won't be able to attend. So Dr. Manville says, ha, I had hip replacement surgery. Let me talk to you about that. So after your hip replacement, you can't go to the bathroom. You can't have your bottom below your knees. So the gentleman's going, oh, really? So Dr. Manville is talking to him and said, you know what? I have something for you. And I'm like, what are you talking to me about, Doc? He says, I told him I have a toilet extender. Not used. And so this gentleman goes, you do? And Dr. Manville said, yeah. You put it on top of your toilet. It's a little 6-inch high, and now your bottom's not below your knees. Never heard from that guy again.
It's a gift certificate to Tolan Inn. It's a bed and breakfast in Connecticut. And a sizable check, Joanne, to make sure he takes you out to eat, not to Wendy's.